All right, guys. This is Frank, and this is our weekly 4K live show. And please help me confirm if you can hear everything normal. Because I muted myself for set up the remote guest, I mix minus myself. So help me confirm if audio and videos are all good. That's always the first thing to do. And as always, before we introduce our guest today, and Aaron, say hi, quick say hi, and I'll quickly finish my general beginning, which is to talk about our setup here. So, okay, all good. Tony said all good, so I assume it's all good for everyone, not just Tony. And Uniview also says it's all good. And Matt says all good, so thank you for saying hi. And as everyone just saw, Aaron is here already, so I'll finish as quickly as possible. This is your usual Frank's 4K multicam live stream here. And this is the main camera, which is a YOLO cam, and another YOLO cam on the right side, and the behind scene YOLO cam on the back. And as you see, this is the 4K quality. If you are watching from Apple TV or on a computer, please make sure to select that 4K button. And you see, I hope you can see the difference. And this is my notes. I tried to prepare a little bit, and this is the overhead. Basically, I want to quickly show the autofocus. See how fast the YOLO cam's autofocus. So this is a 4K camera, and also I have my one last thing. Okay, that's computer, and this is our agenda for the show. And also I made some multi-views generally. So this is a whole storytelling when you have a main cam and a behind the scene cam and overshot of our product, which is YOLO box. And sometimes I change this like presentation computer to another source. That's basically it. And so I saw a lot of comments. So let's go back maybe to this one. This is the agenda for today. So we'll have, so this is the topic, which is we have Aaron joining as a special guest, and we are gonna do a automated 4K interview with the video follow audio, automated video follow audio feature. And I tried to hope this is a successful, like the best practice of how to set the video follow audio the most responsive way. And I just hope I had a better earphone. And go back to here. So probably without further ado, so feel free to ask questions anytime. This is gonna be a live Q&A from start to finish. And I'm still learning how to best manage those comments and be real time, be engaging to answer some of your questions. And I saw some familiar faces. Even we have missed the European part of our audience, but we still have the North American, Latin American, and Asia users. So thank you for saying hi, and thank you for commenting. And if you have any questions for Aaron Parecki, for today's guest, feel free to ask in the comment. So, and also our product manager, Pongchen, is like every time, he's monitoring the comments and your feature requests and your bug reports and anything. So feel free, VFA, please. Okay, we'll get into it. So let's give a warm and a big welcome to our guest today, Aaron Parecki. Yeah, introduce yourself. Hello. For those of you who don't know.
Yeah, hi, nice to be here. Thanks for having me on the show today. I'm Aaron Parecki. My YouTube channel is all about live streaming. I do videos about live streaming gear. I have a weekly live show every Sunday. So I was just on live yesterday. I'm losing track of the days right now. You can see where all my viewers were joining from yesterday on the map. It's always fun to see where they're joining from. And I do a live demos of streaming gear. So I have a whole host of equipment here. You can see my little shelf up there with different gear that I test and demo and answer questions about live. So that's a little bit about my channel.
Okay, actually, I'm right now I'm in the process of creating a multi-view with Aaron as the main shot. So just give me 1 second, and so we will see the live setting of this device here. Just give me 1 second.
I can't see what you're doing.
Oh, you can, yeah.
I'm
that's
just looking at myself.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can talk more. So how are you doing?
Yeah.
Like for those of you who don't know, like how busy or what's life like?
Yeah, no, it's been busy. I'm unfortunately not going to IBC, which is like just in like a week or two. I was hoping to, but I have too much going on. I'm not going to make it. But I did see some of you at NAB in April, which was fun. So that was nice. And yeah, I just did a live stream last week. I think it was last week on my channel with the YOLObox Extreme. So that was actually running the show from the Extreme here, including everything including the map with all the viewer locations and all my different camera angles, and I had some NDI sources, which I deleted most of them except this one. And it went pretty well. The Extreme is a great little box. It's got a lot of processing power now to handle all the different inputs and outputs I've been throwing at it. So that was yeah, that was pretty good.
Awesome. So since now I guess everybody's seeing this more customized multi-view with me and Aaron, and also with the, I probably should put this on the side actually. So basically this is the video follow audio. This is one of the best practice I've seen on YouTube. I saw one creator made this customized, like the settings, his own setting, the switch sensitivity, the minimum switch duration and the threshold. And maybe we can just start without much introduction and see how it goes, Aaron. And you can feel free to interrupt me. Yeah, feel free to keep interrupting me.
So sure,
yes?
I will. So wait, which cameras do you have set up for the shots? Do you have me full screen? Also, you should get rid of that comment on the screen.
Yeah, and I want to interrupt to see how responsive this is. It's responsive. Feel free to interrupt me. Get back your image.
Yeah. So you have the wide shot. You have the full shot of me, a full shot of you, and then you have the third shot, which is that multi-view. Is that what you have set up right now?
Yes. I don't know. Actually, I don't know how this could be used. Like if I directly switch to a certain source in the VFA, let's try. Right now we are in the VFA mode, but if I switch to that when you were asking what would be like, it would go there. Oh, but you go back again. Oh, that's smart.
Force it to the.
Yes.
Can you force it to the top-down camera?
Top-down camera, of course. This is it. And when you talk, when I talk.
What happens if? Oh, does it? It takes over again.
Yes.
Okay.
It's I feel right now it's a bit too sensitive, a little bit too sensitive.
It's a little jumpy. Yeah.
Yeah, jumpy. That's the word, jumpy. Maybe we can change actually. We can change, lower the sensitivity. Like I jump to the overhead camera. I cannot. Okay, we just exit and change a little bit, because this is where I saw most responsive. So let me exit this. And I also lower to 8. Then I add 1 second. So there's a new setting for this whole thing here. And so let's start another one. See if it's more natural.
Okay. So wait, did you say that you can't change the settings while it's on? Is that what you meant?
Right.
So you have to turn off the auto switching in order to change all the timings on it. Okay.
Yes. I feel like it could maybe something we could do it in real time, so they don't have to. It's something we can add, I think. Like you don't need to exit to change.
Yeah. Although once you get it set up right, like the whole point of this is that you shouldn't ever touch the settings once you're going, right? The point is
Right.
that you shouldn't have to tweak. If you were going to tweak the settings live, you might as well switch live. So the
Right.
point is that like you get it set up right how you want. You hit go, and then like you don't touch it, and it works.
Right. And we can go on a little bit longer, and then we can explain the settings. And I'm going to ask you to talk about the settings actually, since every
Sure.
time I feel it's a bit of a challenge to explain
Yeah.
these terms and in the foreign language for me.
Well,
So
it's not easy in my native language either. So there you go.
okay. Thank you. And I don't know, maybe the threshold or something. I feel like it's not as perfect as I wish it could be, though. I don't know how you see it so
Now
far.
it's not quite sensitive enough, right? Because now it's like it's not cutting to the both of us as fast as it should.
Right. And it's not, but it was so perfect when some creators demonstrations, and also I don't think they just make it a perfect shot and to show it to everybody. They just use their real experience to show it to everybody. But I feel their demonstrations are much better than today. Like mine, I don't know if it's the audio.
I mean, there's a lot of options, so gotta dial it in, right?
Yes. Maybe I don't know if it's the threshold. Threshold minus 40. Do you think that's a threat? What do you think
Well,
about
I
it?
can't see the levels,
Okay.
audio levels on your end.
That's the setting, and that's the audio.
It depends on what
okay,
I'm coming in at on your end, right? Which I can't see.
Let me see. Oh, yours is on the bottom.
Okay.
So can you
there we
talk?
are. Oh,
It's a
well now it's still switching.
okay. Too fast sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, and where's it? It's just not as perfect as I thought it would be. In maybe I just
That's
my
always how it goes with live. Never works right when you're actually live.
Okay, let me try one more thing. No, I want to be at least meet my expectation. Let me try one more thing.
Yes.
And or switch to this exit. Maybe minus this. So, oh, even shorter can.
Okay, shorter switch, minimum switch duration. So that's going to be it will not switch more often than that. So if it was lingering too long on a shot, that's going to shorten the lingers.
Yeah. Maybe I. Okay. Or just use this chance. You want to explain to everybody what this setting, these terms means here.
I can try. So the minimum switch duration is pretty clear because that's basically it will never cut more often than that amount of time. So you have it set to 1 second right now. So if it decides to cut to a camera, it will stay on that camera for a second before doing anything else. So if any of the other rules were like, you should switch angles, it won't do that until a second has passed. Right.
Yes. What
I feel
about
like that's like the most important one because that's how you can be like, if you want it to be a fast-paced cut, you can shorten that down and it'll be like, oh, boom, 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 which can work well in some cases depending on the content. It really will depend on the content because if it's like fast back and forth Q&A, like you're talking about something exciting, you want to go like boom, boom, boom. But if it's like more of a much more chill podcast, you probably don't want to be cutting every second. So you can use that. That will probably give you the most control over what your stream is going to look like. The threshold decibels, I guess that's the other really important one because that's like if the audio levels go above that, that's when it's going to be like, oh, we should switch to that angle now, right? So I guess it shouldn't be, you shouldn't have to have your threshold that different for all the different people who are on your different camera angles on your call because ideally everybody's audio levels are relatively balanced in the first place, right? Like everybody should be set at where they're, you know, at a strong level and everyone's consistent. So it should just be that you pick 40 dB and that's fine for everyone because you've already matched your audio levels. But I guess if for some reason someone was coming in really low, that might need to be changed.
So I'd like to ask people who are watching if you understand what Aaron's explanation so far. Please comment. If not, please
I did not do this, so please let me know if it's making any sense.
Yes, and we can go to the comment a little bit and see.
Yeah.
So fast, yeah, it's so fast and all jumpy, like you said. I have no use for VFA. I can think of a use case if you want to do some remote interview someday with Aaron or with someone. You can do basically a live streaming like I do.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that, Matt, because I know that you in particular are a huge fan of the remote guest feature in the Yellow Box, which is like one of its most unique features. Not a lot of other, if any, devices have that feature built in. So it's definitely unique. And I feel like the video follows audio is a perfect match for a remote guest feature, especially if you're the one on camera, because then you don't have to be tapping buttons all the time and looking down at your screen.
Right. And also, really, this feature, like, it's differentiates somehow, and it can serve as a remote camera. By remote camera, it's like it's a different country. Like, as long as there's a network, when you take out your phone, this is a new camera. You just share what you see to the live stream, and it's almost real time. So that's a two remote guests and remote camera in different country and anywhere. And there's a question for Aaron from Mimo. For Aaron, I start to follow you since you started with the A10 TV dual monitor. You painted.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't. Oh, so I back when I was several versions of the studio ago, which is not what this is anymore. I had been painting all of my rack mount gear white, and I had the Blackmagic 3 rack unit monitors that I had painted white to match everything else, and it was great. I stopped painting them white because I don't know. It's a lot of work, first of all, because you have to disassemble the entire thing, and also a lot of these things, I was like, what if I want to sell one eventually? But I did build myself these white cabinets for the rack gear now, and that is and these little PK1 stands in white. So I think that's my new theme of how I've been carrying that through in the studio.
Actually, I want to share a little bit my experience. I follow you since this user shared his first experience. Actually, yeah. I don't know which year, it's a 2020 or something. And I remember the subscriber number when we followed you, when we reached out to you about the video. It's about, I feel it's 8,000 in 2020, maybe, right?
That sounds about right. Yep.
Yeah. And before your exponential growth in this space. And what I found you is probably through a Sling Studio video. The back, what's the name? Like the bike thing that you ride a bike, everything in your bag, and then you install it in the church, right?
Yeah, that was a fun one. That was a video I made way before I was doing any kind of regular content on YouTube. That was like years before, and it was just like one out of very few videos. I was not doing live streaming, but I was doing a lot of work recording conferences. And the Sling Studio was it actually most of the rig was an ATEM, the old TV Studio HD, and that was doing most of the switching, but it didn't have a webcam output, it didn't have a streaming encoder, and there weren't a lot of things on the market at that time. But the Sling Studio was what I was using to actually do like the final program output into that, streaming up to YouTube, and I think I was also using it to be able to like emergency cut to like an off air or break screens in case like something else went wrong down lower in the stack. But it was a fun video. It was a good video. It's still very popular video on my channel.
Yeah.
I'm still very glad I made that video. And yeah, I like that was how you found me.
Yeah, and I still remember the first video title that you made for YOLO Box is YOLO Box first impression, the best alternative to Sling Studio, if you can remember.
Yes.
And
I stand by that. The Sling Studio was great for its time. It was the thing that was like so unique about it was that it had an iPhone app that would connect as a wireless camera into the Sling Studio. That was like unheard of in 2018 or 2017 or whatever it was, and that was so useful. Even though iPhones weren't that good back then, but they just like abandoned the product, so it never got any updates and it never got any better. And then the Yellow Box came along, and I was like, this seems like they've created a better Sling Studio. Like, it's got a screen built in, so now I don't have to deal with an iPad, because the iPad app, honestly, on the Sling Studio was always a little bit crashy. But now with the Yellow Box, it's like all built in, all in one. Yeah, it was the best alternative to the Sling Studio.
Actually, I want to share with you one thing on Google. Seems like Google knows, like you see the second research result. The first one, when you search Sling Studio, the first is their website, but the second one is our blog. Why you should switch from Sling Studio to YOLO Box?
Well done, good SEO.
Yeah, but basically, I don't feel it's a SEO's contribution. It's like Google knows what's the best alternative. He just organically just recommends. He thinks like people made their choice and promote this algorithm when they click what's useful. So okay, let's get back to someone requests this. Yeah, exactly. Backpedal TV 2.0. I don't know. That was your channel name. Something? Was your channel name?
Backpedal TV.
That's your channel name back then.
Well, it was mostly my company name. It wasn't really a YouTube channel.
Okay.
But I did post a Sling Studio video on a YouTube channel called Backpedal TV.
Okay.
It's very bad. Don't go watch it.
The bike is making a comeback. and okay. Matt think it's jumpy a little bit. Let's. Okay, and all out word says you are make sense how you are explaining. And so I hope more people are understanding this. One of the challenge for me to monitor the comments is I wish our web control can support this comments thing for a long time, because like on a computer display it's more efficient to see quickly all the comments, but here it's just I cannot be real time. And I apologize for the users.
This is why I always have my comments pulled up on a separate tab or a separate screen somewhere, right? So you can always see what's going on.
Okay. And another question for you. Are you gonna make a detailed video about that? So people are looking forward to see the updates.
Yeah.
Replay.
I really should. There's been enough updates now that it's worth making a video on.
Yeah, please keep requesting Aaron to do things for YOLO Box. So that's a question maybe for me. Is it possible to play replay on a preview window, direct mode? Currently no, and I have ability to scroll through play video before loading into the boot. Yeah, it's something we do not have yet, and it will be nice. And currently we are making a huge, I don't want to go too many details, but the replays here, and basically there's a lot more settings, including the tagging. you can add the tags. For example, the penalty tag, the free throw tag, or the score, the goal tag. So these are tags, and this is to make it basically more sophisticated, I would say. So this show the mark in and mark out, so you can have a very customized time period to slow motion to play it. So for those who are asking, we are doing VFA for today. So let's get back to have the perfect VFA happen. When give us okay. So that's 1 second. Maybe. Okay, let's try both, but let's see first this. So get back to the why. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, I feel it's captured audio, but not real time when we invite the guest. But in a room, normally it's because sometimes I feel like when I'm talking alone, it shows side by side. Then next second you speak. I feel it's captured audio is not that real time.
Wait, so it's not switching to the when is it supposed to switch to the side by side? What's triggering the side
It's
by side?
like me and you talk together, or we are both silent.
Okay. Or both sides. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, because there's audio in delay. Since Meg said it looks jumpy, so let's do a better job. So let's. One thing I want to share.
I feel like if you.
Yeah. If what?
Oh, I was gonna say to Matt, if you know what you want it to look like, then absolutely cut yourself. But I feel like the auto switching is good for people who just want to if I'm doing a podcast and you want to just have a couple people in the room and not have to deal with having somebody sitting there deciding what shots to do, and it's good for just let it run, let it do its thing, and then if you are recording the ISO feeds, you can always if it made a bad decision at one point, you can always go back and put the right footage over on top of a bad cut. But there's definitely a time and a place for both, right? Definitely sometimes it makes more sense to switch manually. Sometimes you just want to not think about it.
Yeah, I'm sending the perfect VFA example to the chat. So if you have some doubts, because there's an inviting guest, I feel it's capture audio a little bit. There's a delay or the sync issue, so it's not that perfect as I keep the saying. But on that video, it's a real footage. It's in 4K and it's a superb result. And one other thing I actually want to switch to and I want to talk about is, let's see how long it can stay on my slides, but okay, this is our, it can only stand for 1 second. So maybe we should save this for later.
This is a good feature request for the video, for the auto switching feature. If it's in auto switching mode,
yes,
and it's doing its thing, but if you then tap a button on the YOLO box, it should pause or stop auto switching. So maybe it's I don't know when to turn it back on. Maybe not until you push a button. Maybe there's something that comes up in the corner that says auto switching is turned off because you tapped a button, press to re-enable, right? Because there's a lot of times you're finding that you want to take control and go back to hold on the shot of the computer or hold on an overhead shot or whatever, and then you want to release it back to the auto switch mode.
Yeah. You mean you said for example 3 seconds, 5 seconds when you switch, but you don't know how long that's gonna need. They're gonna need.
You don't know how long it's gonna be. So maybe it's it just doesn't auto switch back. It turns off auto switch completely, right? And you have to go turn it back on.
Yeah, actually I have a suggestion for our product manager, designer. Actually, you can press it as long as you want. When you release the finger, then it goes back. Would that be better?
That would work.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be
for
a way
this
to do it.
for today's use case, it's gonna be super helpful. And should we go to a? Okay, we can go to Kick. Aaron, have you been streaming to Kick?
Nope, never heard of it.
It's been like our users. Like I heard about this for a few times already. When we our meetup in Bangkok, there's someone, and it was someone else back then, Kick. But really, we need some time. But maybe some when we do more research and when more user request this feature, we could add some time. Currently, on the roadmap,
Hopefully
there's
they
a
at
long
least-
list
Yeah,
of
hopefully they
features.
support RTMP input at least so that you can do that because that's
Yeah.
always a safe way
Yeah.
to do it. But
Yeah. But he wants like the native, maybe because RTMP doesn't support the feature comments. I don't know if you want to
yeah,
like feature the comments, but RTMP always
Right.
works so natively. We also wanted to add LinkedIn as a built-in, also Twitter, so
Yeah.
you can see the Twitter comments, the LinkedIn comments, and feature them on it. But it's like there's different requirements for these two platforms. For example, LinkedIn needs you have to be registered as a U.S. company, so it's a bit.
Well, so this is also a really good point of like why the web graphics feature is so useful because there are other solutions to bring in comments from those platforms into a web page. The best, most comprehensive is oh my god, he keeps renaming it. What's it called now? Chat dot chat dot oh my god, I've forgotten what it's called. It's from the guy who makes video dot ninja.
Inviting
completely
guests.
forgotten the name. Somebody in the chat will remind me. Anyway, there's a great tool that will connect to all of these platforms, way more than is reasonable, frankly, and output the comments to a web page. And then you can add that web page as a source in the YOLO box, and then bring the comments that way. So you actually get the best of both worlds. It supports more platforms than the YOLO box supports, and you can have your comments pulled up on a separate screen, to like a separate control screen, and then you don't have to switch to that tab in the YOLO box. You can always have an iPad up to control it. Socialstream.ninja, that's the one. Thank you.
Social stream. That's the one.
I don't know if I can
Right.
put a link in the chat. We'll see if it lets me. Yeah.
That's the one, right? Social Stream Ninja. I also find it in computer here.
Yeah.
The first one.
Thank you, Nils.
Did you send to the group? Okay.
I put it in the chat. I don't know if it's blocking me because it's a link.
Should not block. Oh, it's not showing on the chat yet. Maybe I can send to the from my side. Or Ninja Docs. See. Oh, it's showing on your side, but it's not showing on everybody's chat, right?
Okay.
So, okay, we have a Ryland who is a church tech YouTuber, and he's asking. So, answer is yes. It works with here to record and also Singular Live, and also Uner, and basically most web URL overlay generator platforms. And we see more.
Yeah, and the web overlay seems to have gotten a lot better in the Extreme, in the YOLO box Extreme. I remember I had a couple of issues with it on the older YOLO boxes, but I even have my complicated JavaScript map working on this.
Oh.
And yeah, it's great.
I actually have to explain a little bit for this. It's been a bug for a long time, and our tech did not find a perfect way to solve it. So it solved a little bit. It kept having new issues, but until a certain version, which was should be early last year. So it's been fixed. Also on the Ultra, should be solved in the Ultra, probably on the Pro as well. So all solved, just not just the Extreme. You said this in one of your live streams. I kept explaining, tell you it's all fixed in the Pro and Ultra as well. So some user may help confirm in a comment maybe. So people were talking about, we saw more people requesting reviews. Oh, no. Where's the review? Add the audio maybe. Oh, someone said your audio is off sync in the call. Yeah, that's what I thought for today.
Oh.
Last time actually, last time when I do this with Anthony, it was better. But for today, maybe it's because Anthony just used the phone. You use the microphone Lightning port. What do you use?
No,
today
I'm
for
actually
audio?
on. I'm using I've joined in my browser, right, and the browser is using the ATEM. It's going to go into an infinite loop. The browser is using the ATEM Mini as the webcam. So, yeah.
The browser. Sorry,
I'm just using the ATEM as a webcam in the browser.
Oh, okay. Is it? Do you have ways to like change it a little bit to like more direct? To see if we can
my
prove.
audio is in sync on my end.
Okay.
This is my normal setup for when I stream, so it's like perfectly in sync on this end. So whatever my computer is getting is already in sync, and then from then I don't have any control over it, obviously.
See, okay. Anyway, see more requests for videos, for review. Yeah, for review.
Okay.
And
a lot of requests. Makes sense. What do you want to know in particular from me? Because there's a lot of Frank's done a lot of content on the Olobox Extreme. There's other people who have done content on it. So I'm curious what you want to know specifically from me, and I will try to address it.
For me, for example, I want you to try, or maybe a lot of people asking how 4K capable it is exactly. Like, because really people, for example, they want to know if the HDMI out at 4K, does it work? Does the frame rate stable at 50, at 60? Or the USB, UVC out, we can also support 4K because we have some top eCam Live creators. They have millions of subscribers. They reach out to us. I can spend 10,000 for this, but as long as I want to use my original eCam Live workflow. So I know your Extreme can directly stream at 4K, but I want to use it as a switcher, but output at 4K with the USB. That's when people ask. So for streaming wise, for example, how many cameras at 4K when I doing multicam, live cam? So even I do it weekly, 5 cameras at 4K. People still have the doubts. For me, I'm doing the content, but still they have my impact or influence or our audience, there's a limitation there. So we try to work as many YouTubers as we want. And also how ISO recording with the Olobox Extreme. How many ISO recordings, like how many separate inputs can be recorded? What's the maximum? We do have the documents.
Okay, but a lot of these things sound like things that you can answer.
I can answer.
Right?
People have doubts. They doubt its reliability. Like when I say we can do 4 cameras at 4K 30, when we put it on the website, people have doubts. So they are looking for someone like you to confirm. So right now at this stage, I'm very confident about recording capability and HDMI out and streaming, which I'm doing every week. people for those, but it's still a small group of loyal YOLO Live users. So we are looking, for people, creators like you, use your influence. Like it's the big companies fail to innovate, where they fail to innovate. But we did so well. But current stage, we don't have a bigger budget. Like we don't have a, like we have a small team. We have limitations. So you, and also actually, I guess Photogizaph maybe help us with the video on 4K this week. And the 4K is only one thing.
Do a video?
Yes, about 4K. And he asked me a lot of questions. And that's a very deep dive, I think, for the 4K. But still, like he covered
he has a actual 4K setup in his studio. Like he does proper 4K live streams of like all of his cameras are connected with a 4K signal into his switcher. He has a 4K ATEM, and he has regularly streamed 4K. I don't actually know if he's done it recently after he moved. Has he even streamed after he moved? I've only seen videos from him.
No.
Anyway,
I would say no.
He has a solid 4K setup, and I do not. My whole setup here is 1080. Like all these devices are 1080. All the cameras are 1080. The one exception is that some of these HyperDecks do have, these HyperDecks support 4K, and I do have the ability to grab a 4K signal out of them over HDMI to bring them into devices that I'm testing here. But I don't regularly stream in 4K, so it's really just for testing.
Oh, and Neil says maybe 1 second minimum isn't enough. So I actually changed it to 1 second and a half actually. Oh, where is it?
I feel like I'm seeing cuts that are more frequent than 1 second though.
Yeah, because of the delay, I guess. That's definitely
so
not
what's causing it. If the minimum time is 1.5 seconds, why is it switching more often than that? Because it definitely is. It's doing like half-second cuts sometimes.
I'm not even talking. Then it goes to, maybe I should hire this. Oh, I exit. Maybe I should increase this a little bit. Would that help?
Depends on what the levels are.
I don't know, but again, it's a video follow audio. Is it more natural now?
We will find out soon.
I was not even talking, but it shows this. But
well, cutting to the 2-up makes sense.
But it should be we talk together, it cut to this. But so I think it's out of sync. Maybe it's your audio, but someone said
maybe.
It's
also
definitely.
It's a little bit subjective too, because like you don't necessarily always want the cuts to follow exactly the dialogue. So it's like it's okay that it doesn't do exactly what you think it does, as long as it feels good in the end, right?
And more explanation.
This is actually the reason that this is the reason that I have a test clip that I use, which is on one of these SD cards, which is a 4K clip, but it's actually 4 different 1080 cameras arranged in a grid. Oh. And what it's for is so that I can put 4 different camera angles of a pre-recorded live stream or podcast into a video switcher and demonstrate the auto switching feature and actually compare with consistent inputs. Because one of the hardest things is like, we're talking here live and we're never gonna do the same thing twice, right? So you can be like, interrupt me now, or stop talking now, but like it's never going to be the same. So it's really hard to test to see if the software is doing the right thing when the inputs are totally random. So what I did was I recorded a podcast with 4 different cameras with 4 separate audio channels, and I can bring it into the into a switcher in its original ISO as if it were live, but it's pre-recorded. So now I could bring that into the YOLO box, pipe it in as the 4 channels, and test the auto switching, go through the same sequence of like 2-minute clips, and see how the different settings apply to it. So I did that for a couple other devices. I think I did it for one of the YOLO boxes, but I'm
for the
not sure.
Ultra,
I don't think
I
I've done
guess.
the Extreme yet.
Did you compare this to
Yeah, I think
the
it's the Ultra.
Rode? Like you mean the video follow audio
Yeah, that's what it was.
comparison? Okay. I kind of
know.
maybe it's the reason I feel like it's kept going to me. Maybe it's the I don't know if it's the air conditioner is having the sound.
Maybe. Need
Give
a
me
quieter
one.
air conditioner.
Give me
I
one
don't know why I
second.
can't find my
Let me
SD
see
card.
if I can turn off the AC.
But I mean, that should be adjustable with the
我操，关的。
decibel. Oh, you're still wearing your mic.
I cannot turn off the AC. But anyway,
Well,
I'll turn off a little bit. Maybe we go to our slides a little bit more since we have not talked yet. So that's only me. So I created multi-view with you in. I quickly. That's the computer display.
there's a couple other good questions in the chat too.
Okay, we will get into that before we. I guess they should be. And thank you for joining, for those who are watching, and probably because of Aaron and Aaron. Okay, that's where we're going to very soon. But we will talk. Oh, 这样的. Let's go back to the. So, more explanation about the Kick platform. It's a gambling platform. I don't
know
really.
if that's a joke or not.
There are some users who would use this as gambling. I guess that's like Twitch. So basically, can Extreme be used as a tally light system? Want to see some tutorials? We've been asked a lot.
I don't think this. Is there any tally feature? I didn't think so.
Actually, I don't know why this question's. I don't have an impression, but we've been asked a lot. Currently, doesn't that support? I guess.
Okay, well here's a tip for the product managers over there. If you don't want to build a tally light system, you can build a companion plugin instead. And if you build a companion integration, then you can send feedback to companion, and then people can use their own tally systems of whatever they want tied into companion. That's the advantage, is that all you have to do is one connection to companion, and then people can go and route that to whatever the heck they want. Like these little things I got from I've Companion Buddy, that's the name, Companion Buddy. It's just a little microcontroller that is powered over USB. But what this does is it basically takes you essentially assign it to a companion button. So I've got my Stream Deck with all my buttons. So you basically say this thing corresponds to this button, and whatever color that is, this will light up.
Oh.
So if you've assigned the background of this as a tally indicator, then this will always represent that color. And like here's my overhead camera that's on right now. And then YOLO Live doesn't need to know anything about this device, but I can use it because it's routed through Companion. So that's the advantage.
I guess that's that also works with the YOLO deck system, right? At least they can tell from the
not
deck.
really.
No?
No, because I can't connect random things to the YOLO deck.
I mean like like it's not that thing. It doesn't have to be that thing, but we just we find something like that talks to the YOLO deck, right?
Yeah, but you would have to make it work.
Right.
You specifically would have to make it work, right?
Right.
With Companion, any users of Companion can go and take whatever devices they can string together with their Companion setups and make it work with any other devices that are connected to Companion. So it's super easy way for you to just get support for a bunch of products that you don't know anything about.
And we have a Rylan had a question for you. How's the experience? Probably not good today.
No, good question. How's the experience as a guest? So what I'm seeing right now is I am in a web page, which is on that screen, and that web page was just a link that I got sent from Frank in an email, and the I clicked the link, I chose what device to use as the webcam and the audio, and that's all I had to do. So like everything on my end in terms of, yeah, I have a couple different cameras, but like normally your guests don't really have to care about that because they just connect a webcam, and if they want to connect something fancy on their end, that's fine. So everything I'm hearing is from that webpage, and I'm hearing I'm hearing Frank, and I assume if you were to play other audio sources like from other inputs or music or whatever. Oh, I did hear the music on the intro. I would hear that, and I don't hear myself, which is also super important. So it is correctly sending me back all the audio without myself, so I don't hear an echo. So, I mean, it's great. Like honestly, as a guest, like this is exactly like I have no complaints. Right? I click the link. I am in a call. I see what's on the air. Like I can see the 3-up layout. You can see it on my little Mac back there. But the I can see the 3-up layout that's on the air right now. I can tell what's live. I can see what comments on the air. So pretty much works exactly like what I would want it to. I can see what's on the air. It sounds good to me. I can hear the program, and I don't hear myself.
Thank you for sharing, and I hope that answers Rylan's question. The thing I'm worried is because the VFA experience, I don't know, like because of maybe the audio thing, this time it's not as perfect as I hoped it could be. Guest-wise,
well, I mean, with VFA on, I see it switching too, so at least I can tell what's happening. So it's not really like, it's not a problem. At least from a viewer experience, from a guest experience, rather.
And let me. Okay, yeah. I thought the audio, like the VFA, doesn't work perfect. It's because maybe like it's too close to like my heartbeat caused the audio. So like a switch, not that. So I just remove it. Heartbeat fast, and yeah, it looked like it switched me back too fast. It's like I'm always talking, like I'm always making the audio surpass that minus 40 something. So since Aaron mentioned about,
saw some switches that were. I saw some switches that were shorter than the minimum switch duration.
Yeah, and since actually Aaron mentioned about these, I want to spend a minute to talk about actually one of the use case for these. I think that's being undervalued or under-promoted by us is the potential, the YOLO bus to replace the StreamYard and computer setup. So basically the top features from the StreamYard is the inviting guests, multi-streaming, because today we are streaming to Facebook and YouTube at the same time, and also the comments overlay, and also the multi-view, the one you just see, and we should release more built-in layouts as well, also the graphic overlay. So these are the features that the StreamYard, the top features from the StreamYard, and also YOLO bus can do. That doesn't require a computer. The difference is maybe people would like to more control with the keyboard and mouse. That's one thing I could think of, definitely. But you have to be inside. But what about the outside? like you are in a mountain, you are on a hike, and anything like that. So I feel this is the mobile version of the StreamYard and the computer. And StreamYard also, the model is different. There's a subscription, like you pay $20, $50 per month. And the YOLObox is a one-time hardware investment. And so you also do more with the YOLObox. This is what I think of actually before the show. I want to just talk about it. Like also we have the VFA. If it works perfectly, it's a plus. It's an advantage from us. So
yeah, StreamYard doesn't have auto switching.
No, probably not.
I don't think so. Yeah. Well, okay. So here are my thoughts on StreamYard. I will share my
Yes.
StreamYard is. I think this is still true. It was true 2 years ago. I'm pretty sure it's still true. It is by far the easiest way to do remote guest in live streams. So like, I would be comfortable giving somebody a StreamYard account who has never done any live streaming before and be like, here's a 2-minute overview of how it works. Go at it. And they'll figure it out. Now, I don't want to make this sound like it's a knock against the YOLObox, because the YOLObox is also by far one of the easier options compared to most other things, right? So like, give somebody an ATEM and tell them go get a remote guest in. Like, good luck, right? Like, there's a lot to set up there. There's a lot to make that work. The YOLObox at least has the guest feature built in that we're using right now. In the YOLObox, you can like invite somebody, they get a link, they join with the browser, blah blah blah, right? So, not to knock on the YOLObox. However, the StreamYard is still easier than the YOLObox, but it does come with some downsides, because by the fact that it's easier means that it has less options. So, like, the way that the multi-views work of 2 or 3 people on the screen is very fixed, and you don't get a lot of control. But it means if you want to be like, hey, I want this person in the shot now, you click them and they get put into the scene, and you don't get to choose where they go, but they're in there now, right? But on the YOLObox, you can like create the layout that you want. So like Frank went and created this layout ahead of time, right? You can't really do that in StreamYard, but it means the StreamYard's easier. So that's the balance here, right? Is like, how much control do you want versus how easy do you want it to be? And StreamYard has gone full the direction of the easy mode, and like to an extreme where it means that basically you have very little customization. The customization you get is within their parameters of like, you upload a background image, you choose the color of the borders that you want, whatever, right? So that's the trade-off. The YOLObox is far easier than any other option of like ATEMs, roadcasters, whatever. And it means you get more control. So that's the balance.
Yeah, and actually, I think I'm not debating about who is easier, but who is portable, like a stream from anywhere, interview people from anywhere, have a remote guest from anywhere. Like the computer's gonna be more challenging than the YOLObox.
I mean, kind of. The one of the problems is that you're ultimately going to need a computer anyway for any of this, right? Like, yeah. You can't. I guess you technically can start a live stream from the YOLObox by itself without a computer, but if anything ever goes wrong, like you need a computer in order to dig up the YouTube studio and figure out what random setting wasn't set right when you were in YouTube, right? So I don't know if that's like that compelling of an argument. Also, like, I always travel with my computer. Do I always bring a YOLObox? No. So I can always use StreamYard, but I don't necessarily always have a YOLObox with me.
I agree. And actually, another thing I want to share is actually our tech said that the current CPU we use is almost like as powerful as the computer. That's why it sells like maybe more expensive than a computer already. It's a flagship Qualcomm CPU kind of. And can you let me know what time you probably gonna have to go? Something I can like. Basically, we have covered only one thing: the battle of 4K. we have talked about
Oh
it.
yeah. I mean, we probably shouldn't. It's late here. It's after 9 p.m. and
Okay.
I don't.
I will let you in 5 minutes.
Let's. We can go 5:10 whatever. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just in case you want to go, just let me know. And we have a few more good comments here. One good feature is another good feature is I give you the control to feature comments. Would that
Wait,
that would be
do
a good
that?
feature? No, but it's a good feature request for this
That would
scenario,
be a
right?
really good feature. I agree.
Chef
It
Kitchen
seems like
said,
that wouldn't be that hard either because I'm already in a web page.
yes,
So it
yes,
seems like you could push all the comments into this web page that I could click on.
yeah. I am just browse through the bill rate. I don't know.
That's a good question. I don't know. This is also worth noting. Frank is streaming in 4K, so the YouTube stream is 4K. However, my feed coming in is not 4K. So the remote feed is 1080 or less. I don't actually know what it is on your end. I don't even know if I can tell what it is because I don't think that shows up anywhere in the yellow box.
Trouble is, a future idea would be nice if Pro Presenter. Yeah, I guess Pro Presenter also can be done with the NDI Alpha channel already. Memo, if you're on the stream, that they stream because the church audience.
Does the yellow box support NDI alpha channels?
Yes, at least for the Pro Presenter, it works already.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So you should be able to then bring it in as an NDI source and add. That's new. That's new in a recent update, right? Where as an overlay, you can add a video source as an overlay.
Yeah. Yes.
So I don't have any NDI sources with alpha channels. But you're saying that if I did,
let me check.
These would be. I don't think I have anything that can even generate that to test with.
We can I'll dig into it, but my memory, like someone said, it works already, and I could maybe it's from the source wise, but I couldn't. Now I'm checking the source here. It's also not here, and I saw people networking. Matt is asking Ryland. I wish we networking. Church technical director here. And so live production tips and Samuel from this channel. This is another YouTuber, just in case if you don't know. And yes, it's been fixed. Mix minus or being added, I would say, being added to the Ultra and the Extreme because of the CPU capability has improved, and that's who my channel.
Yeah, the experience on my end is great. I don't hear myself, which is always good.
And Matt says Pro Presenter is a huge part with the church market, definitely. And yeah, we are working with the church YouTubers like Ryland, and we hope that all the church YouTubers would use our product more and more, since we added more and more feature. I don't think you should want to bring. We could actually add 4K guest, but it's like the cost, the bandwidth cost. Like we have a cost, but we don't charge our customers for this. And every month we have spent 20 or 30,000 just for this part. For inviting guests feature alone, that's our investment for this one. And,
wait, why isn't it just like a peer-to-peer connection without going through your live servers?
So we use what's the company called? It's the WebRTC. What's the name? We use their service to integrate. Basically, it's the same like the StreamYard. StreamYard is also our WebRTC, right? I don't know.
But I thought that one of the points of WebRTC and the browser tech was that it only needs a server to act as like the control server to connect the two, but then the data actually goes peer-to-peer.
uh, I'm not that deep in the details. I can check and see if there's a way.
Okay.
Then you help us save a lot of money.
Video.ninja.
Okay.
Go look at video.ninja.
Okay.
Because that one works that way. So he runs a service, which is a coordinating server, and all it does is like lets two machines find each other on the internet. But once the actual video stream starts, it does not go through his server.
Okay.
And he's able to run this as just a free service. The interface is not the most intuitive thing in the world. But if you click create a room, you would be able to create a place that you could then send me a link to that I could join, that would show up in a browser tab that you would get a URL for, which you could then add to another computer, or I don't know if it'll work in an overlay tab, probably not, or as a browser source in the YOLO box. It would be good to test that. That'd be fun. But the point is that this is the coordinating server, but doesn't actually transmit any video, so his costs are extremely low.
But yeah, I will make. If this really works, it will help our company save a lot of money.
It does. It does. It will save you apparently $20,000 or $30,000 a year, or a month, and I will happily take a 1% cut of that as a referral bonus for referring you to this amazing technology.
No problem.
So,
no problem.
I expect my check.
That's the biggest gain of this live stream. Finally, really, it's really one of the biggest costs. The server is another thing, but this is the bandwidth that we pay for that company is a really big cost. So
I mean, the service that you're running of like the multi-streaming, that makes sense. That like the YOLO boxes stream to your server and you do the streaming out. That makes sense that is a big cost for you.
Yes.
But but you shouldn't have to be passing through all the traffic that is the remote guest content from a browser to the YOLO box. That should be able to be done peer-to-peer.
Yes. So
yes, it does work in a browser source in OBS.
Niels, I'm not sure if you are on Facebook, like feel free to join. I feel like you are very knowledgeable about this stuff, and we have a 12,000 user group. And if you can join the user group, I think your knowledge and expertise will help a lot of people. And so basically, so I want Aaron to leave as early as possible. So I will finish this very quick. I want to do a little bit more ads about the upcoming events. So basically, we will be at the IBC show soon again this year. It's our probably maybe 4th or 5th year at the IBC, and we have a booth there to showcase our 3 new, not that new, cameras, which is all called YOLO Cam, but 3 different models. The first one, the PTZ camera, is called the P7. It's not official yet, and it should be expected in another 2 or 3 months. It's a portable battery building.
You just said it's not that new, but that sounds like it's not.
Oh, this is new.
Yet, so that's very new.
This is very, very new. But the one in the middle with the interchangeable lens, people probably seen it for the past 2 years at all the shows, but it doesn't have the lens, and it's difficult. We'll soon have a lens, but we still bring it. It's a different category of a camera with the interchangeable lens, with the autofocus, with the quality that everybody just see from the show. This whole show with the Ford YOLO Cam S7. And the third one is actually very, very new, and it should be released next week or next week. It's our premium webcam with the 4K capability, and the biggest selling point is it's a video quality. And I hope everyone could get a chance to see really. And we have a very positive feedback to they have compared it to this one to other competitors on the market, the 4K webcam for streaming, the webcams for streaming, and it's better. And it's domestic, it's being proven every day, and hundreds and thousands. Currently, it's actually achieved instant success. So a little bit advertisement about the IBC show, and more thing is the meetups that we are doing. We have started the global user meetup. This is the YOLO Box adopters. Still, we see you as early adopters of this innovation, and I hope everybody could join us to drive this change. So we have done this here in Bangkok last month, 1 week ago. And we have this pre-IBC meetups in actually Poland and Germany, 3 cities. So if you are watching right now, if you are in these cities or if you are around, I hope we could connect. And if you want to share your customer experience, this is we have a stage, we have a platform this is a TED Talk moment for the videographers. So really, that's really the best part.
Are you going to all these places?
Yes, I am going there. Like before.
That's so much. That's so much travel.
Yeah,
wow.
we take trains city by city. Then IVC is the last stop. And Photo Jesus,
I guess, yeah, Poland to Germany. Okay,
yes.
Poland, Warsaw, Berlin, Hamburg, Cologne, Amsterdam. That's all on the trains. That's great.
Yeah. I hope we can get you sometime.
I assume you did not take a train from Bangkok to Warsaw.
No, no.
No, okay.
It was last week, and that should physically possible, right? Bangkok to maybe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's possible. It would be slow.
We could try sometime.
You're not in Thailand or Poland right now.
I'm in the home studio in China. We were in Bangkok last week, and my best experience is like when I hear the customer stories, especially the Bangkok. I was so moved by our customers. So really, we want to make this become like the TED Talk in videography, not just share YOLO Box stories, but other stories. So it's just starting, and we hope we can get you sometime in some cities. And we just confirmed with the Photo Jesus on Amsterdam at our meetup.
Oh, great!
Yes, and we'll have a in-person chat, not like a remote guest chat. So, and the Mimo, like some of our users, Mimo is also joining there, going train from Austria. And we have some others joining. So that's basically what we're gonna do as a big part of our community building for the next year or next 3-5 years. We want to be everywhere, and we wish to get our partners, creator friends, and the users to have this physical connection, this community belonging thing, the loyalty thing. So I would say thanks again for Aaron for joining, and if you have any words to close this, let us know, and I'll leave you to rest soon.
Thanks for having me. This was fun. I do a live stream every week on Sundays, so join me live if you want to get your questions answered, ask me whatever. I have a lot of different switchers that I test out on the channel, YOLO Box being just one of them. And I'm happy to work through your questions and figure out like what's going to make the most sense for you. Also, I really like small cameras, so I have a lot of them, and I spend a lot of time figuring out like what's the best small camera to use. So, it's fun.
Did you receive
See you on Sundays, hopefully?
Did you use the webcam already? The webcam.
Oh, I just saw that it arrived on Friday at my PO box, which meant I couldn't pick it up until the next day, which was Saturday, but then they were closed Sunday and Monday, so I'm gonna go get it tomorrow. I really look forward to your feedback. Yes. And thank you for joining. Test it out. It's okay. Don't promise us for the videos. I'll do video soon. Okay. I will. No, I will not do a video soon, but I will show it off on a live stream soon. Okay. So, there we go. Don't worry. Anyway, thanks again, and I hope to see you somewhere offline sometime. Not the NAB, before NAB maybe, hopefully. Maybe before NAB, yeah.
Yeah, before NV. So
Okay.
yeah, how to exit? I'm not so familiar. Do you know how to exit? You feel free to exit now. Or you want to answer more questions? No? Yes, no?
Um, I mean, if I just exit, it's going to go
I,
to a black screen. But I
okay.
can make my logo show up. Maybe that's a good way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can switch away from me.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna finish some of the questions people asked, and then I'm gonna finish live stream as well. We are flying this evening, late night, to Poland.
Oh my God. Well, good luck.
Yes.
Okay. Have a good flight. I will see you later.
Thank you. Bye bye. Ooh. So that's for Aaron, and we are back. And I hope I could answer some questions I have missed earlier. So I will from the bottom to the first come. We are developing country when it comes to trains. Oh boy, hopefully you get Berlin. Yes, actually, yes, you mean there's I guess it's a 4 hours train ride. I guess you are mean like the high, you've been to China, right? So you know the high speed train, how's it like here? News. So another like takeaway or another like I think it's a news. I don't know if you are in our user group, but feel free to join. I think you are very knowledgeable. UPI option to buy products and active bonding for. I hope we could, and we are doing the step by step to make it easier so people can buy bonding and NDI. So thank you for that. And me personally, I want to improve that shopping experience when you want to upgrade bonding and NDI. Thank you, Marku. So Mimo, yeah, it's a night train with the bed. I'm glad that you can have some good rest on the train as well. Yes. Oh no, not on the Pro. Unfortunately, it's in the Ultra and Extreme. See, this whole live stream, I'm very comfortable because I'm not hearing myself because there's audio. By mixing, you just click the. See, I'm not listening. If I select the, it's like a very uncomfortable to hear myself. So it's there's no mix minus on the Pro, but on the Ultra and the Extreme there is. So have a good night, Matt. Thank you for hanging out with us. Kevin said, I love with YOLOBOX Studio, you don't need to worry about video size. With OBS, I need to resize everything, but YOLOBOX just size it correctly in the screen, including website. Yeah, that's another advantage to use YOLOBOX. I wanted to talk a bit more with like a dedicated session with Aaron, the Battle of 4K, but this live stream becomes unexpected longer than I thought. I thought it was like it's Aaron's like evening time, so I don't want to spend too much time. I thought it would be like 30 to 40 minutes, but it becomes 1 hour and a half almost. So we haven't done much. We haven't gone depth in this 4K. Yeah, or it should be in this 4K topic. I saw some users are using this for like a remote guest for A10 mini or OBS, like for something that we could do natively with the YOLOBOX. Tectus free HTML to NDI utility can generate feed with alpha channel. And I also, actually, I really forgot the alpha channel. I should ask my product manager. 哎，鹏程啊，那个 Alpha Channel 刚才没有弄出来，是在哪里啊？我记得是支持了 Pro Presenter。See, I just asked our product manager this question because it seems like if we support Alpha Channel on Pro Presenter, at least it should be more obvious, easier for people to find that. So I'm checking with him. I don't think you want to bring guests. Why? I want to bring guests in 4K. But currently, our inviting guests only accepts 1080p for the cost consideration. We want to save the cost. Pro Presenter, yes. And currently, the workaway is to chroma key. I don't know if it should support the Alpha Channel. If it's not, the workaround is to use picture-in-picture. Then the key that went on up the main the subscreen. Thank you. And I don't know if I'm doing a good job. I'm not that experienced. I'm new, and English is not my native language, so I'm still improving, and I'm not that experienced. We don't have a production background. Even we have been YOLO Live for a few years, but very few of us have a background in the company. Even in the company, very few of us have a production background. It's pretty late, so I heard on Frank, but I'm a fan of the Ultra as both friend. I watched some of. So glad to see you guys connect. It's one of the good things. Also for our meetups, we want our users, or the creators, or the channel partners, or friends to connect with our platform because of YOLO Live. So again, I'm excited to see some of you, or some of you again in person, or to hear your stories. So I'm looking forward to that. So good to see you guys are connecting. So Red and Russell, and I hope you see something new today in our live stream. It's too bad not adding more. The UI is changing slowly. It's changing fast. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Riley and Russell is please be sure to check out, especially you want to know more about church tech. You don't, okay, that's strange because you don't see that. We see that, feature that. Maybe we also missed some other users' comments. That could happen to YouTube. Yes, I apologize since we have the YOLO deck and we slowed down a little bit more, but I'm still pushing hard to make it something to integrate. Yes, a lot of companion requests, bit of focus. That's right. And for today's video follow audio, I don't what went wrong the setting. I'm expecting a better or smoother or more natural video follow audio, like a cut. But it turns out it's not that perfect. So I send a link for people to view. If you want to check the video follow audio, other people's result, real footage, you can search that. I'm definitely not doing the best job I can today to demonstrate this. Even the earlier one I did with Anthony Baracus, it's a better demonstration, I would see. No AI needed. You just be very. You have to be familiar with. You have to like really understand what this means and what exactly you want. The switch delay, the minimum switch duration, and the threshold. You have to understand your audio, what audio level they are, like what they can reach. So you have to, of course, it needs the fine tuning things. I cannot understand the language Espanol. I'm sorry. Telesystem, maybe sometime. Yes, chef, the cooking class. We have a lot of users, and you should use YOLObox and live stream more, definitely. The more you use it, the more you find the ease, the simplicity. And that's what I've been doing. I don't live stream the previous years. When we have the Extreme, really, I become a fan of the live stream in 4K. Woo! So many more comments. So, Neil, where are you? Let me know if there's any chance we can meet you offline. So, yeah, it's good to hear that you did an event for 8 hours with Ultra. Thanks, YOLO Live. So, wow, we should end with this. Bye-bye. Oh, no. We have 2 more comments. I do 2 streaming shows a week with YOLObox. We have a live guest every week. Woo! Can you let us know which model? Or you can... Do you have a feature request? Seems like you are happy, satisfied. You're doing great. Hear you loud and clear. Forget what question I need to ask. I'm going to write them down next time. Yes. American Dream Team. Thank you for joining every time. I like your channel name. So, one more question. I was about to leave. Yeah, if you have again, since I'm here, I want to demonstrate. This is the main camera in 4K with the YOLOcam S7. This is the right side camera. And that's the behind the scene camera from the back, also in 4K. And you see the whole setup. You see how simplistic this whole desk. Forget about these. These are not relevant. I'm not using this at all. Basically, that's it. The computer, I can remove the computer as well, but sometimes for presentation or tutorial, I have to turn to the computer. What else? This is the overhead shot. See how fast the autofocus works. And that's my cheat sheet and my YOLObox display. This is a computer, and this is what I created for the show. The multi-view layouts. More multi-view layouts. That's a picture source. That's Aaron, who is still here. And that's pretty much the setup. I'm still glad so many people have joined from like outside of Europe. I know we have missed Europe this time, like the time difference. But still, I think it's a good show, and thank you for joining, everyone, and have a good time. And I'll see you next one. I'll probably see you in my live stream in Poland.